Hello everyone, we're going to do a discussion about Bleach chapter 679. So I just want to talk about this and how basically the hype of this episode was Ishida and Ishida's abilities, which are like way beyond Ichigo at this point. Right now, Ishida is stronger than Ichigo. For the very first time in ever, Ishida is stronger than Ichigo. He's a very OP ability. He can basically reverse his damage onto the opponent, or reverse situations and existence itself, I guess. I don't really know how far his powers go, but he was able, if he gets wounded, he was able to do reverse that damage onto his opponent. I don't know what else he can reverse. We'll see. Maybe there's some type of other abilities he can reverse that'll get him out of the tough situation he's in. But right now, Ishida has like the most OP ability ever, or one of the most OP abilities. Obviously, if you have an OP ability, the only thing that can counteract an OP ability is another one. So the opponent has an OP ability where basically he can't get harmed because he can put all damage and all unfortunate events onto his onto his little thing. So nothing can hurt his opponent currently, which is kind of bad. It's kind of worrisome. And even though that Ishida has the ability that can probably beat Yawatch, she can't really go and fight him because he's facing this opponent. But man, Ichigo, just a total bitch right now. Like a total bitch right now. He's just desperate. He doesn't think he can win. He doesn't think anything is possible. He's totally scared that he lost his form. He's about to actually get his Quincy powers taken away from him, which is kind of worrisome. It doesn't really show he's been using his Quincy powers. Maybe his Quincy abilities have something as cheap as Ishida's, and then he just wins with his Quincy ability, or his Quincy ability can counteract Yawatch's Quincy ability, and then so they can kind of fight on an equal pairing with just Ichigo's Hollow and Shinigami self versus Yawatch's just regular abilities. So let's see how that develops and how that progresses. But yeah, I'm not really. It was kind of a quick chapter because it just kind of focused on new abilities of Ishida, as well as kind of Ichigo just in absolute despair, doesn't believe he's going to win, just believes that he's going to pretty much die at this moment. So what do you guys think is going to happen? I think Aizen. I think this is Aizen's time to shine. I think Aizen's going to come in pretty soon, and then there was Ichigo's father that's going to come in soon. There's a couple characters that could come in that could save the day, that maybe Ichigo could go and get another power-up yet again. Because he thought, usually with power-ups, they have something that maybe at least lets them inch towards the main enemy, but he's not even close. Like, he's getting wrecked. He's getting wrecked from this Yawatch, and he's not even close to beating him. And I'm kind of feeling the despair that Ichigo's feeling right now. I don't think Ichigo can possibly win at this point now, and Yawatch can just change the future of events in his own ideal. He has a super incredibly OP power. Obviously, if he faced Ishida, Ishida could probably reflect the fate changes onto Yawatch, and so that way he could beat him. But even then, I think Yawatch could probably still take out Ishida. It would just be a bit harder for him. So wow, Ishida is stronger now. Ishida is stronger than Ichigo officially until we see more. I don't even know how Ichigo could be stronger than Ishida, because Ishida just has such an OP ability. If Ichigo went to slash Ishida, he would just reflect that wound onto Ichigo. So he would just reverse the wound, I guess. So it would go onto Ichigo. And really OP Ishida is finally this is one of the godlike powers that Quincy's. And how did Quincy's lose the war? With powers like this, how did Quincy's ever lose? I don't really get explained. I'm sorry, I don't really remember. Maybe they couldn't use these abilities at a certain time, and that's why the Soul Reapers were able to win. I totally forgot. But if that wasn't the case, with the Quincy's, some of these Quincy's have god-like abilities, and they warp reality itself. So many Quincy's. If it was just one Quincy, yeah, I would understand. There's a lot of Bankais that can do that too, and not really to the extent, but I could see them winning. But there's so many Quincy's that can just warp the reality and fabrication of the universe itself, that how did the Quincy's win when the Quincy's are usually just... how did the Shinigamis win when the Shinigamis just have powers that boost their attributes, boost their physical attributes, which is not much when you can change the fabrics of reality. Like, there was that one guy who anything he could imagine would just spawn into reality when he was... the opponent that Kenpachi was facing a long time ago now, it feels. And then his opponents yeah, just all the Quincy opponents we've been seeing, just completely OP, and yeah, all the new Shinigamis having to use their peak abilities, their new abilities they just learned in order to combat these guys, and they have to go all out just to even equal these guys. So that's my discussion for today. If you guys like Bleach, I'm going to do a Bleach chapter every week, so please stay tuned, and have a wonderful night. Please like and subscribe if you like what I have to say. Please comment or dislike if you think I need to improve anyway. And thank you everyone so much. Bye.